Dear Honorable Chair, dear colleagues, clean drinking water is not an environmental luxury. It's a basic condition of life, human dignity, and human security. In Croatia, Lika is our geographical and water heart, a land of rivers, springs, karst, and underground water systems that sustain communities far beyond the region itself. Yet hazardous waste, including waste originating from other European countries, has reached this vulnerable area. We must also confront the greenwashing of hazardous waste. Powerful industrial actors increasingly use the language of the green transition to reclassify hazardous waste as a tradable material, a recyclable product, or resource destined for recovery. On paper, the loop appears closed. In reality, the environmental burden is simply moved elsewhere, to Africa, Asia, or less protected European regions such as Lika. A green transition that keeps the economic benefits in the most industrialized countries while exporting pollution, health risks, and remediation costs to weaker communities is not green, it's greenwashing. Europe cannot use taxpayers' money to finance an apparently circular and green system, declare hazardous waste recovered and treated on paper, and then allow the same untreated waste to reappear in the soil and water of Lika, or generally in Croatia, or more generally in any other country of Europe or elsewhere. If hazardous waste is paid for in one country, transported through another and buried in Lika, the system has already failed. If Croatian taxpayers are then left to finance remediation, it has failed twice. The people of Lika pay a third time, with fear for their water, land, and health. This case exposes the very gap shared commitments and their implementation in practice that our committee's report warns against. It is a question of human rights, public health, and transparency, the rule of law, and cross-border accountability. What is buried in the soil of Lika does not remain in Lika. It reaches water, agriculture, local communities, and future generations. Protecting water is therefore not only environmental policy, it's human rights policy, security policy, and ultimately peace policy. No community in the OSCE region should ever be used as a dumping ground for another country's hazardous waste. I invite colleagues to treat water protection as part of our human dimension work and to support stronger OSCE engagement on transboundary hazardous waste, so that no region in Croatia or elsewhere is ever left to pay for failures it did not create. Thank you very much.